Welcome, everybody, to Perpetual Backlog Podcast, your gaming podcast that talks about gaming news, gaming adjacent, gaming everything, games. That's all it's on our brain is games, except for Dalit, who has to deal with school. So
I was about to say.
more than games is on his brain. I'm your host, Aqua, and joining me, like normal, is our capybara with the voice, Dalit.
Games!
And our resident pizza monster, Leek.
Hello, I'm a resident pizza monster.
Yeah.
Leaf.
She's also the
He
pizza
does
monster.
not currently have. I don't currently have a pizza in my mouth.
Oh,
I
unfortunately.
fooled you all and upset myself.
No. Who also does our art? As you can see, we are now talking animated avatars.
Slowly evolving.
Yeah, we're slowly evolving. Soon enough, one of us will take the deep dive into a VTuber studio type thing.
It's going to be a real shock when it's me.
My
Just
real
capybara
calling.
VTube model, yes.
So what'd you guys do this week? Actually, no, wait a minute. We're gonna start with what we all did this week.
Yes, that's a good idea.
This is true.
Cause we all played the Tales of Arise demo. Some more than others.
Apparently we played them very similarly.
Yeah.
So I'll go around the table here, or around the proverbial countertop, I guess. Dalit, what'd you think?
I think it's great. It's for me coming from, first of all, from Monstrum Nox, but then also from other Tales games, the control scheme got away from me there at the beginning. But once I was comfortable with that, oh man, that game was like butter. I went straight to the hard difficulty. I don't know if there's another one. I don't think there was.
Nah.
And I just cruised through the demo. It was so just sensible. I liked how it felt. I like how it felt a lot. Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now. I did skip over all of the cutscenes, so I can't speak to that. It was mostly just for gameplay for me.
You didn't get any story at all in these cutscenes.
Cool.
So, what about you, Lee?
I played the Han Soldier, Kisara, the one with the mighty shield and mighty bonks. I was very pleased with how she appeared. Like, her armor detail is wonderful, and the big shield is great. And she's just pretty and cool. I really like her voice. I just like the deeper female voice is always very nice. And then, like, I was first taken aback by the detail of the environment because, oh my god, it's pretty. I really like the painted texture style.
Yes.
What they went for. Yes. That's very nice. Yeah, first of all, what I do with any game, I check for jumps and I check for spinning rate. So I was just jumping around for ages, like I am wont to do. And then I would see if I could do 360 spins with a character. Can't really do that, but it's fine. I can jump everywhere. So that's what I did. But yeah, actually going through the demo, as Dola said, is like wham bam is what you want to see, what you expect. So it wasn't difficult going into the game itself because we've all played this type of like action role play type of thing, right? So yeah, you could go through the monsters, fight the monsters. The tutorial's very clear. I was a bit confused how some things happened because I think the main male character protagonist did this like epic special
Called a
attack
mystic
at
art
the very end.
Yeah, I didn't play too much.
It was a one-off. It wasn't like the end hit. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, it was a mystic
It was like
art.
the special
It was
thing.
a mystic
Yeah,
art,
I was like, how did that happen? I had no idea.
I didn't play too much Affin, so I didn't actually trigger it, and I don't even know if the others have their mystic arts.
Well, I wasn't playing as him. He did it by
himself.
himself.
He'll do it himself, yeah.
Yeah.
So I
I
wasn't sure if that
have
was something that the computer could trigger, or if you could do it if you played as him.
I
I
have
didn't try.
answers.
Oh,
I have
sweet.
answers
Ooh.
to these questions.
Because if the
As
answer
a
to the
Yes.
others is yes, I'm gonna jump back on like tonight. Well,
the
Ah, okay.
tomorrow.
the answers I have are because I collectively played this demo for 10 hours.
Woo!
Oh
Okay,
wow.
I'll let you answer it on your turn then. So,
Yeah.
I'm also admittedly a big Dragon Quest fan, particularly 11. I've gone about talking about it now and again. There is like a camp setting where you can just go and save and heal up and that kind of thing. There's a crafting option. I feel Dragon Quest 11 did that way better. That's my only real gripe, if any, with this demo. Like the crafting is way more in depth in 11. There's you can like the chatter and conversations you have is better. You can actually just walk around the camp and talk to individual people rather than just having this cutscene thing that they had. Uh, but yeah, it does what it, the function is there. Um, the quests were set out pretty well. Like you just I suppose it's a bit linear for this demo, just to try and knock out what you can do in this game, setting expectations. The fights were great. The boss was fine, and there's this extra optional fight that you can do. And I
Yeah.
found lots of shinies. Oh, actually, I was talking about with Aqua about this earlier. Like, there's you can collect loads of stuff, and they're all shiny, and it's very pleasing. And I get all the brain dolphins doing this, endorphins and all that. But like, I didn't realize before it was too late that they all respawn very quickly. So I was like, yes, I got all of them. Oh God, they're back. Go get more. Ah, just like I was in this perpetual loop of collecting. But you can just grab as much gels as you like. It's very generous, I thought. I don't know if they'll balance that out in the actual game, but yeah. I did read the text and stuff. I did I was a little bit interested in the story. So yeah, political intrigue. I am interested. Mm.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh, oh.
Mm. I
All
liked the
right.
demo.
It was very good. Yeah,
I
Very good
liked
demo.
it.
All right.
it sold me.
It sold you.
Not that it needed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say, not that it really needed to really sell anybody. So, as a person that gave 2 days of their life to this demo, and mainly only, 10 hours. I downloaded it early, because I woke up and little message me go, hey, make a New Zealand account and download the demo. And I was like, oh shit, I could do that. All right, so I did that. I made a New Zealand account on PSN and I downloaded the demo. So I was able to play it the day before. I have 3 major gripes about this game, or about this demo, in particular. 1, Law is Bryce Papenbrook, and I fucking hate it.
I wasn't gonna go through the characters individually because I knew you wanted to talk about this.
Law is
He
Bryce
is the weak
Papenbrook,
link. Yeah.
and it grates my ears every time he says something. I watched Faye go through it in Japanese, and the Japanese voice actor is Yoshitsugu Matsuoka, who is the voice actor for character in ReZero, character in he's Kirito in Sword Art Online. He's pretty prominent, but he's very good. And I was like, man, I like this Law a lot better than ours. So every time I hear Law, he's your typical annoying, obnoxious, dumb character that you have in pretty much every Tales game. And it would be better. It would be okay if it wasn't Bryce Papenbrook playing this character. It'd be so
To
much
be
better.
fair, I don't know that I would like this character with most people voicing him, but
I would be okay.
it being
with this
Bryce
character.
does actually add a further layer of disappointment.
I would be
I've just
okay.
never
I'd
been
be like,
impressed by him.
yeah, I would be like, meh. He's a meh tier character to me. Like his personality is meh tier. The problem is the voice. and it's not even the voice; it's just the voice actor. All right, you could have put any other like obnoxious voice actor on there. All right, but you went for the worst one, and that just almost kills it. Thank God Eric Lindbeck and Ray Chase are on this cast, because they're literally gonna save this game.
They're gonna
I don't know
carry
who,
it vocally, yeah.
yeah, I don't know who Rinwell's voice actress is, but she's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Rinwell's
My
voice actress was was it?
I don't know. I don't know Kisara's, I don't know Dohalim's, and I don't know Rinwell's. But that's
Dolan
mainly
was. I
because
loved his voice. I wasn't blown away by the performance. We may not even know Rinwell's actress yet. Come to think of it.
we don't know Rinwell, Dohalim, or Kisara's voice actress at all yet.
Okay.
Because I went and looked it up. I couldn't find it. My second gripe. There's actually a third boss in this demo.
Oh.
There is the boar that's wandering the field in the main area. There's the mantis that you fight for the storyline. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is an RNG chance to fight a big ass motherfucker after you fight the mantis.
Oh, let's go.
It is from what I hear, it's very hard. Like if you're playing it on hard, you're probably not. It's a fight you don't have to win.
Okay.
You can lose the fight. But it is apparently very hard, especially on hard. He's huge. He's like a big like he's kind of like a dragon, but not like a dragon. It's more like a demon gargoyle. Is pretty much what I saw from it. I didn't watch too much of it because I didn't want any tips. But the chance of getting this boss, very low. Very low odds. I went through this demo a lot of times, and
you never got it?
never got the chance to encounter it. It's an RNG chance, and it literally ambushes you after the mantis fight.
Oh,
well, I'm gonna want to fight it, so I guess I'm gonna have to fight that mantis a bunch of times now.
Yeah, that I went through it like 10 times.
Is it a matter of how? Does anyone know what triggers it? Is it really
there's
just
no
RNG?
it's literally just RNG. There's no actual trigger to it.
Ah, man, I would have assumed it was something like if you beat the mantis without taking a certain amount of HP and damage. All right, well, I'll just keep at it.
Is it difficulty?
No, it's not difficulty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's my problem. That's actually, I mean, obviously Bryce Papenbrook is a very egregious problem, and that should be rectified. But there's nothing I can do about that. That is my biggest problem with the demos. I'm okay with RNG chances or whatever for stuff, but fighting a boss, like, come on. Like, I mean, you could have made it to where it spawns in an area randomly, whatever, and you just have a chance when you zone into the area or not for it to spawn. Because then I would have just sat there for hours on end and walking in and out of the first and second area. But no. So I never got to fight it, and I'll probably load it up at some point in time between now and the game actually coming out to play it, to try again. My third gripe with this demo is that it's a demo, and I need the full game now.
Immediately.
Now.
I have very few days left where I can just play games before classes resume, and by the time it comes out, I will have resumed classes. I want this game now. I want this game now.
I want this game now. No, this demo showed off everything you really needed to know about the game. I wish they would have given us access to the skill panels, but that's neither here nor there, because it's just a thing. You get SP, you fill out the skill panels, you get titles to unlock more panels for skills, and it's the what is it? It's the game mechanic, the game mechanic loop. There we go. But this demo was perfect, honestly. Like there was not, again, outside of Bryce Papenbrook being in it, this demo was perfect. It showed off. It definitely showed. Actually, one thing it needed the fish. It needed fishing.
Yeah, I found a fishing hole. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
But then I found somewhere else you can just grab the fish from the water.
Yes, you
so,
can
Yeah.
just
okay.
jump in and swim after them.
There's that part right in the first area, like where you actually start. First and
Yeah.
second area where you actually start playing or whatever, and
Mhm.
then there's
Yep.
like a little dock, and you walk out to the dock, and Alphin's like, there's something in the water or whatever. That is a
Mhm.
fishing hole. That's where you get the
Yeah,
fish
yeah.
at, but they didn't put it in
Yep.
the game, in the demo, and I was like,
No
man,
fishing
I
rod.
really want to
Nope.
do fishing.
I checked the
Um,
inventory straight away. I was like, come on, please. No.
I ran around for a little bit when I realized that I was not going to get a prompt. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
and I'm leaving. I have things to fight. I have things to beat to death with this giant shield of mine.
Yes. The combat in this demo, so good, so fluid. I thought I was gonna have a hard time pressing R1 for attack, but holy shit, was I just in it? Like after the first couple
Ooh,
of battles,
it was hard though.
it was not hard. No, no, it was hard. It was hard.
R1 is flash guard and flash move in Monster Knox. I did not want to hit that to attack
See,
at all.
you're coming from another video game. All right,
I am.
I've been
Yeah,
I've been playing other Tales games, and
that's hard in its own right.
and my only problem is that I'm wanting to press the face buttons, but thankfully
Yeah.
most of the face buttons are attacks anyways.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah, I think you could go into the options and switch
you
around the
can
key
change
binds
it. Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
keybinds you can change.
I considered it, but I kind of took some time to look at it. I think it's put together in the most efficient way.
Yeah, it
Because
is. I think
if
it is.
you mess around with it too much, you're going to have buttons that should be next to each other that are scattered across your controller. But I mean, it's good that it's there to be sure. To be sure.
Yeah. There's a bunch of treasure chests in the area. Almost you can get a replacement weapon for every single character in the demo.
What do you mean? Almost every single one. Everyone got an
No,
upgrade.
no. I meant to say almost every single treasure chest had like a weapon in it or something
Oh
like
yes,
that. But
yes.
there's a
Fair.
couple that didn't. No. You can get weapons for every single character, so you get to see how it swaps out. They all change their look.
That's fairly standard.
Yeah.
So it's good that that continued.
That shows the camping thing. The camp you get to actually rewatch skits you've previously seen, or have access to.
Yeah, the reminisce at campsite. Yeah,
I think the
that's a
skits are
cool
pretty
picture.
nice.
I like that.
I think the skits are pretty nice, actually. I was a bit, because I'm a huge Tales fan, and I'm very much into the 2D anime art. But considering this game is probably the farthest away from anime you can get without being away from anime, or at least 2D art style, I'm kind of okay with it. I need costumes so I can watch these skits with different costumes on.
I'll
So
let
it'll be
Leek
funny.
speak about it a bit more because she brought it up first.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
I don't know. I think I prefer the old style overall.
Well, yeah.
Given what we were talking about the other day in relation to the skits, that is Leek.
Ah,
But like I think I prefer the old style overall, but I think this is going to be easier for them in the long run. And of course, once we've changed up our looks a bit, it'll be more interesting.
Yeah. They get a huge buff just because you can have costumes.
That is true.
mm. Yes, I like costumes. I like
which
collecting them. Glamour, glamour,
Yeah.
glamour.
It is the true end game.
Jay
Mm.
did put out a video the other day or
Mm.
yesterday, confirming some extra stuff that's in it that we technically didn't get really a preview of it in the demo. So the score that you get when you fight enemies, that translates over to how much SP you get. That's not great. There will be
Mm.
grade.
Oh, okay. I did think it was great.
No. That's a score system, and that determines how much SP you get, which you use that SP to fill out your skill panels. So you can just sit there and grind skill panels. There is grade. There will be a new game plus system, etc., etc. The one thing I actually super liked about this demo is that it showed off what's to come with the crafting system when you get to craft accessories, and that stuff that you pick up, like the minerals and stuff that you pick up, will have different roles on like different stats and different like percentage abilities and all that stuff. That when you make an accessory, you'll like sometimes you can end up getting an accessory that has five different sub abilities in it, which are like aggro down large, or attack percentage up like 40%, or all that stuff. So it's gonna be one of those games where when you get to a point where you can just like kind of do whatever the hell you want, a lot of people are just gonna sit around grinding all these like farming points or whatever, so they can like I guess make the best accessory you can. So that's gonna be great. Characters. I think every character in the game is actually fun to play as. Minus Law.
I knew
I think
you'd say
Law's
that.
a little clunky. And this is not me hating on Law as a character. I think his gameplay is just a little clunky.
I see.
out of the 6, I think he's just the worst.
I was watching people do some pretty outrageous things with him, so I wonder how long you'll have that opinion once you can, mess around and change some of his skills.
I saw somebody stay in the air for the entirety of the battle as Dohalim.
I saw that too. I saw that too.
So I mean, there's obviously some stuff you can do, and like,
Yeah.
I didn't play to grind for arts because you can unlock a shit ton of arts, in this demo.
Yeah, you could.
So I didn't see every single art that you could have. There is one art from Rinwell that's pretty broken, actually, where she just like shoots a big ass beam of water.
I need to play as her and Law on my next playthrough because I did just play as the base for going forward.
Rinwell also her boost ability steals enemy arts. She can actually steal enemy arts. So yeah, that was another thing Jay said in one of his videos. So that's pretty good. The boost strike abilities are pretty cool. It adds more. I guess if you have ADHD, you're gonna be pressing a lot of buttons because there's a lot of shit you can do with your hands in this game. And it's flashy boom boom bang stuff. Kisara is the best character in this game, hands down. She's a big ass sword, big ass ass.
You meant shield.
Oh yes, shield. Yeah, I mean I'm thinking ass, man.
You said sword. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like after ass, I just say whatever fucking word.
Well, funny enough, we all started as Kisara because I guess it was just obligatory. I thought she felt really good. I switched between her, Dolim, and mostly those two, and I would jump over to the pro tags if everyone downed, which was twice against the boar boss. It's not even a boss; it's just a boar, free roaming.
The giant
thing.
Zoogle.
Yeah, that's what it was. Kisara felt really good to play as. I enjoyed getting the parry and just immediately like closing distance. It felt really good. Stopping a charge with her skill was also really good. It felt like, it felt really tactical, and it didn't just feel like I pressed a button. It's like, no, I had to time that in order for it to work. It's not like often you can just toss out his skill and like something's gonna topple over. I say that. I really liked playing as him though. So like I didn't dislike playing as anyone who I did get a chance to play as.
Shion's pretty broken. I think the range characters are actually fairly broken in this game. Cause Shion, I mean, obviously you can heal with Shion. So if any of your teammates get down, you just press triangle, or like if you left out your first aid art, triangle, all you had to do is hit that. Obviously if you drop down cure points, you just ate yourself a pineapple gel.
Correct.
I think that's the worst thing about this system is that all curing is under one singular resource. If I had to nitpick about like the gameplay, that was the
As
problem,
opposed to...
as
Oh,
opposed
I
to
guess
everybody,
there were
as opposed
other...
to everybody
Yeah,
having TP or something.
yeah, fair enough.
But since they made it to where your arts only cost your personal S gauge, or A gauge or whatever it's called, they just made it to where healing arts specifically are just under this one resource, and I think 2 or 3 people have healing arts in at least in this demo. I know Dohalim has some, and I know Shion has some. I don't know if anybody else does.
Mm. Speaking of, you didn't answer a question that we had before.
Only
Oh,
Alphen
yeah.
has a mystic art
Oh,
in this demo.
I expected this, but I am
Ah.
disappointed.
With his special story thing, right?
Well, no, I mean, I hope everybody will have a mystic art in the game. It's just, I guess they wanted to showcase one mystic art or whatever,
I got it.
or like somebody having a mystic art.
Yep.
So obviously they gave it to the pro tag. And the only way you can, I'm 100% sure nobody else has a mystic art because only Alphen goes into that random over limit phase, where if the camera, if you're playing as him, the camera will like kind of zoom in on Alphen and it'll start glowing blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's his over limit phase. All right. When you're in that phase, all you have to do is hold down X and triangle, X and square, and you'll do his
Okay, fair
art.
enough.
Ah, right.
You don't have to be in a comp. Like I'm going to say, I like this a lot better. All right, because you can just do your. It's like Zestiria. All right. You can just do your fucking mystic art pretty much, and you get your mystic art pretty early in Zestiria. But you can just do it. It's not like Vesperia where you need to be in the middle of a fucking combo. You need to be doing an arcane art. You need to be in over limit 3. You need to be doing so much stuff just to fucking see your mystic. And it's a quick mystic. It's not like fucking Jade's indignation.
I do like that it's quick. It lets you get right back into the combat, which is, for me anyway, at the moment, the best part of this game.
What everybody got access to was only 3 arts and 3 ground arts and 3 aerial arts. There is a skill you unlock, or it's either a skill or an accessory you unlock. But I'm pretty sure it's a skill, where you get to bind 6 ground arts and 6 aerial arts, so for a total of 12 arts in total.
Goodness, it's going to be absolutely insane.
As opposed to other Tales games where you're only able to bind 8. Let's see what else. Was confirmed that there are at least 15 strike attacks, like the thing where it pops up on the screen and you hit your directional pad and see like the paired stuff. In the demo, you only had Shion and Alpha and Rinwell and Wall and Dohalim and Kisara, but everybody has their own pairing. So like there'll be an Alphen and Rinwell, there'll be a Shion and Kisara, et cetera, et cetera. So there's at least 15 of them in the game.
Oh, I genuinely wasn't sure that was going to be the case.
Yeah, that's another thing that was. I'll probably fucking link Jay's fucking video that he posted yesterday about it. What else is there? At least in this demo wise. The camping's nice. You get to cook. You see that one skit where Alphen cooks chicken and he puts way too much spice and overcooks the chicken.
Yep, that happened.
Yeah. You can swim. The first thing that's the first Tales game you can swim in. It's also the first Tales game you can jump out. Yeah, it's also the first Tales game you can jump outside of battle in. So yeah, looks like Unreal Engine is treating them well, because it is fucking good. This is. Can it be September 10th, please? So I can be off off of work for a week and be playing this game. But
Oh, you took time off for this, did you?
Oh God, yes. It's my most if Endwalker didn't come out this year, it would be my most anticipated game. But unfortunately, Endwalker comes out this year, so it's my second most anticipated game. Any guys have anything else you want to say about this demo?
It's good. Play it. Buy it. Support.
Yes. Actually, there's
Yeah.
a fucking dumbass tweet thread a week ago
Oh, really?
about somebody. But this was before the demo came out, and this person hadn't played any of the game.
Yes.
And they were talking about how the enemies don't bosses don't stagger, and it's gonna be boring dodge gameplay like Nier Automata and all this stuff. And like at the end of the thread, they were like, if you want to buy a real good action JRPG game, buy Scarlet Nexus. Support the good devs. And I'm like, and we're all like, yes, don't support Bandai Namco, but instead, please support Bandai Namco.
I'm not saying that.
Oh.
Not saying that one game is better than the other, but this is a weird thing to try to force a comparison over.
The worst part is that the devs for Scarlet Nexus and the devs for Tales, all right, they're the same people.
Yeah, well,
Right.
they're not the same people, but there's a lot of overlap.
Yeah, there's a. I mean, they're all friends because the devs
Yes,
for
absolutely.
Scarlet Nexus are the
Came
developers
from
for
the old
Vesperia.
Tales
They
games.
came from
yeah.
they came from the Vesperia team. All right,
Oh.
they're all friends. So they're not sitting here like, oh man, your fucking action RPG game's not going to be anywhere near as good as our. Like, fuck off, man. It's unfortunate, yeah. But yes, demo good. Played demo. If you download the demo, you do get a summer Hootle costume for
I'm
the
sorry,
main game.
what?
Yeah, Hootle. You know the owl.
Oh,
You get a
okay.
you get a
Okay. Yeah,
you
all
get
right,
a
all right. I follow
you get
you
a
now.
summer outfit for him.
I just
Or
thought
you-
you were having an issue saying hoodie.
No, Hootle.
Hootle, MVP.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm there. I'm
Hootle's
there
the
with you
best.
now.
He's in he's got like
Oh,
a snorkel and a little
yeah.
tube.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh. Is this if you? Oh, can you equip
If
it
you download
during the demo?
if you download the demo.
Ah.
No, it's just if you download the demo.
I think this will be
Okay.
the first Tales game that I get on release and immediately buy DLC for.
Yeah, because of the Code Vein. I mean, you don't care about the Idolmaster one, but I actually think Rinwell looks really cute.
Yeah,
in
the
that
Code Vein,
Idolmaster one.
Idolmaster, and Tekken one, they're all very
Yeah.
good. You are right. I don't much care for Idolmaster, and that is not the media, but literally I don't care about that at all. So that
Mhm.
aesthetic kind of just didn't do anything for me, but I have a bias towards Tekken, and she
Yeah.
literally looks just like Nina. It's very impressive.
Yeah.
And the Code Vein attire that looks like I forget her name. It's spectacular. It looks
Yeah.
really good.
Mila is the name.
Mila, yeah.
I think.
So
think
speaking
so.
of, I wish one of them got a Mila Rage costume. That would have made me happy too. But
Who
I
knows-
wonder what the
who
boys
knows
are going
what
to get
types
if they're going to get anything.
I mean, they obviously they're only showing the women ones because that's everybody's like, oh yeah.
I mean, they're not
Fucking-
wrong. It's the right
but
way
yeah.
to sell that game. That's fair.
They showed they showed a costume a couple of weeks ago for Alphen, and it actually shows his whole face, so it's not just he doesn't have the broken mask on his face.
Well, that makes
So
sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Get the demo, play the demo, please.
Mhm.
Buy it on release. This is gonna be a good game. Or if you can't buy it on release, buy it at some point in time.
Correct.
But it's gonna be. I played it on PS5. I'm assuming you played it on PS5. How did it run on PS4, Leak?
There was some environmental pop, but
Okay.
I expected
There was
this
some
'cause,
environmental pop on the PS5 as well. The
Mhm.
this is a build from I think it's 4 to 6 months ago.
Mhm.
And from people that have already played the game, or have played portions of the game, that
Mhm.
because some people that we know have full copies. That's completely fixed. There's no environmental pop-ins. That
Mm.
might still exist on
Yeah.
the PS4 because of hardware issues, but who knows?
Yeah, maybe. But otherwise, it was completely fine running.
Yeah, I swapped it to game the graphics mode for like 10 seconds just to see how bad it dropped the frames. It didn't drop them too bad, but I could tell. I could definitely tell it wasn't solid 60.
Mm.
But that frame rate mode, so good. I played on hard for 10 hours straight. Um, Not 10 hours straight, but for 10 hours in all. I think I'm pretty decent at this game. This will probably be the first game since Exilia that I'll plat because I'm
Ooh,
gonna go ham.
platting Tales games are rough. It's not like Final Fantasy games where they're super simple to platinum vanilla. Oh, there's gonna be a couple of grind trophies in there.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for it.
It does. It felt great. So I mean, I'm right there with you. I started on hard because I figured I've played other games before, and I was just coming off of a similar-ish game. So the first couple of fights kind of caught me off guard as I was getting my legs, but yeah, it does. It just felt supernatural to play as.
Yeah. Um, we're gonna cut off talking about Tales of Arise right here because we literally spent pretty much our entire beginning time talking about this demo. Buy the
True,
demo, or
fair
not
enough.
buy the demo. Download the demo.
Yeah.
I played Zaciria. This game is going to kill Dalit, and this game is going to make Leek laugh her ass off. Leek, I am not convinced. I am not
Uh-huh.
convinced that you did not have a hand in writing this game.
Really?
Yes.
So my brand of humor, is it?
Every single character in this game makes a pun.
Ah, wonderful.
I disagree on principle.
Dalit, this will murder you.
Mm.
It's almost every single cutscene that I've witnessed.
Mm.
Um, uh, I'll say this one. I'll say this once. This is, if I had to make a tier list, this would be in D tier. If it did not have the if it did not have the equipment system that it does in this game, and the way that they counted up your damage numbers was how it used to be and not how it is in this game, it would be a high C, low B. Because it is an okay game. It sucks. And while I wouldn't go out of my way to recommend somebody this game, I wouldn't say completely skip it like I would Tales of Symphonia 2. But the equipment systems suck, and there's like some tic-tac-toe fucking grid game you play while doing your equipment, and
Oh.
the way it's dumb. It's hard to explain. There's systems on top of systems on top of systems on top of systems in this game, and that is the biggest problem. Little said it plainly to me last week. The way you develop a game is the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. And this game is not simple at all. The damage numbers, as I was saying, your damage does not get applied to the enemy you're fighting, all right, as you hit it, all right? It grows and grows, and then when your combo ends, it is applied, all right? So all the big numbers that you see on the screen, that's how much damage you've done. It doesn't calculate each hit you've done to the enemy. So you'll have like, oh yeah, I'm doing like 6,000 damage a hit. No, you're not doing 6,000 damage a hit. You've accumulated 6,000 damage. And then when your combo ends, it actually applies to the ball, unless you go over the HP threshold, and then it outright kills it. I did Zestiria. I'm over halfway through. I'm almost into chapter 4, which is the last chapter, but it's also the longest chapter. And I played some 14. That's all I did this week.
Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
Hmm.
Um,
I didn't play too much. I was pretty busy. Like, I played 14 for a few hours. I went to another social event in 14. This was very like casual. You sit here and take nice photographs and draw. So that was like a very chill hangout. I just needed a break. I was like, yeah, I'll do this thing. So I did that. I had a look last night at the new patch update for Stardew Valley because now you can have a beach farm. I don't know how that works, but it looks nice, and I was like, yeah, I actually want to live here.
You've heard
That's
of fish
cool.
farms before, I'm sure.
Beach farm though, where you grow crops in the beach.
I mean, coconut trees.
Wheat and turnips in
I'm
the
not sure of the
beach.
logistics on that, but I don't think
Alright.
that's correct.
Yeah, it's pretty though. Yeah, there's apparently lots of quality for life stuff too for multiplayer, but I haven't really delved too deeply into multiplayer. But yeah, that's all I really did.
How'd finals go, Dalit?
Yeah, no, this actually went pretty fine for me, actually. So I'm not worried about that. My 4.0 is intact. I have checked since. So lovely. I thought I was going to have a bunch of time off between I go back to classes. Nope, I go back in tomorrow. So, yeah, that's my life. But that's fine. That's fine. I'm working with consoles exclusively for the next couple of days. It's literally what I'm there for. I tell you what, I had a bunch of time to game, and I instead watched 3 seasons of Peaky Blinders. So, whoops.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
It's really good. Cillian Murphy is very good. Tom Hardy, very good. Apparently, I'm going to meet Adrian Brody pretty soon, and he's also quite good.
Well, nice. Well, I've
But
been
yeah,
watching Code Geass.
fair enough. Practically the same thing.
Yeah.
But no, other than that, I did Arise. I probably already have a couple hours on the demo because I took my time and just kept fighting things. I just kept fighting things. It's so much fun.
Now it's time to
But
farm the mantis.
we've already talked about that at length, so that's me.
All right. Well, it's time to go on our topic, which is very chill topic, very topic that we could probably speak about for quite a while, honestly. We don't have a question from Little, so Dalit proposed the other week that we should ask this question: what makes a game stand out for you? That is, what do you take away from a game to pass that to a play? Well, you know what, Dalit, you read it because I suck at reading.
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I was quite enjoying that.
Well, that is what takes a game from a pass to a play. Is it gameplay, aesthetics, characters? Does it have to do more than one aspect that truly shines, or is it often just nostalgia?
Yeah, so essentially, like, why do you like the games you like? And I know you don't like every game that you enjoy for the same reason, but in a broad sense, what does it for you? Like, what's the one thing you're going to see an advert and go, yes, you have my attention, sir
Well,
and or madam.
I think how old was I in 2006?
Yeah, this is fair. This is very
How
fair.
old was I in 2006? The one thing that did it in 2006, having Square Enix characters with Disney characters in a trailer. That's literally, I was like, I'm sold. All right, bye. You got my money. Here's my money. Or here's my parents' money, because at the time I didn't have money.
Yeah.
That being said, nowadays my my taste have been refined because Kingdom Hearts is nowhere near that list anymore, and I've taken off my nostalgia goggles for that. Man, it's weird. I'm a big sucker for story, you know. So like the trailer has to like one throw in like, some good key story points that like get me interested. Anything with political rife in it usually is pretty
Mm.
good. Um that being like, I mean, that's saying like one of my favorite Final Fantasy. Actually, I think my favorite Final Fantasy is Tactics War of the Lions, which is literally
Mm-hmm.
politics, the video game. Um, or
Excuse me, sir. Did you
or
mean
Treasure
Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear. You see, okay, so while Metal Gear is a great story, all right.
No, I just
Um,
meant politics, the video game.
oh yeah, well yeah. Even though Metal Gear had like really good politics and all that stuff in it, I was never into like stealth games, and I know you can go through a lot of it just like fucking run and gun and all that stuff. But
No. I don't recommend that. You made the right call.
yeah. I don't normally like stealth games. And I do like a couple of Metal Gear games. But I would much rather watch somebody play a Metal Gear game than actually play a Metal Gear game.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the same with a lot of other games. Like I would much rather watch somebody like I'd much rather watch somebody play League of Legends than actually play League of Legends.
That's a mood.
Yeah. It's definitely story, but it also is definitely characters. The characters just have to have a good design, honestly. And I don't care. I don't care if they're like dumb characters when I like hop into the game. But if you have a good designed characters right off the bat, then I'm like, okay, I'll probably give this a try. And then when I look at combat, so if I see grid by grid like turn-based combat, I'm usually turned off immediately because I don't really like playing those types of games. That being said, like I said, Final Fantasy Tactics is like my favorite Final Fantasy. But that's not because of the gameplay. That's just because that story is really fucking good.
And it is really fucking good.
So it's literally game by game basis. Like Trails is actually the one. All right, I had no idea what the fuck Trails was when I started playing it. You know what I saw? I saw anime characters. That's what I saw.
Yeah, you did.
I saw the front screen. I saw the front like screen of Steam where there's Elisa and Reen up there, and they're all in their school outfit. And I'm just like, you know what? This game's probably all right. As I searched through like the video or whatever, and like it shows me like some turn-based combat. I'm like, okay, whatever. It's a JRPG. All right. Holy shit, man! I did not realize that game was going to have that much story in it and that much world building. That game has ruined my sense of like, does this game has good story? Does this game have good story? Does this game have good world building? Because no other fucking company does that better than Falcom, at least in Trails. So I don't know. It's a game by game basis with me. All of the older games that I've played, I will go back and play them, like all the Tales games, like that, like I've been doing. And Tales is just a consistently good series. There's like some bad apples in there, but it doesn't spoil the whole thing. So I don't know. It's game by game basis. Either one of you two can chime in.
That's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. I thank you for your input, Leek.
So, okay. So, when I had time in my youth, I I really enjoyed games that would completely immerse me because I just want, escapism and all that kind of jazz. I don't play games that tend to reflect the real world too much. When I play a game, I want to have a different experience, of course. So, story immersive games is what I usually went for. Final Fantasy series, any RPG, that kind of thing. Or even story that I could look up and read about outside gaming as well. So I liked lore. I like world building. So that kind of thing always drew me in. Um, I used to like play games with stories that I would literally just be up all night playing, like multiple nights even. So like I think the only game that's done this to me recent times is once again the Final Fantasy game series or other RPGs like Dragon Quest. I keep mentioning this game. I miss it so much. Yeah, so like with like the remake of 7. It was the first game in a long time, besides like any MMO, that would keep me up just playing. I even bought snacks. It felt awesome to go back to those bygone days where I would just sit up in my room and eat snacks and play a game. That was a great feeling. Uh, Gameplay wise, let me think. Let me think. So I have a very erratic brain. I get distracted way too easily.
What was
So
that
a
word?
lot of erratic.
Okay. Just
Wait, what
checking.
did I say? Wait, what? Wait,
No,
what? No, no.
no reason. Please
Stop.
go on.
Stop the. No, no. Come on. All right, no. They're like my brain is all over the place, basically. So I get distracted way too easily. So exploration feeds my brain uh all the yummy game food, because I can just wishy go all over the place and collect things. I love collecting things. I love collecting things. I love finding new things. So any game that promotes exploration, um, I suppose any type of game that lets you do different things too is not so linear. I guess open world sandbox games, but also mechanic wise too. So I like games with different options. So for example, Rise was good because you had different characters to select and play, and they had all the different like fighting styles and stuff. That's a lot of fun. I guess longevity wise, I do prefer games that tend to have replay value.
Hmm.
Um, I like, if I like a game, I want to play it again and again. So if that becomes more boring over time, then that's a big sad for me.
Oh,
I like, yeah, I like games that gives you something to find out, or find or discover something new each game through per playthrough. Sorry, so that those types of games I really enjoy. But then again, I also really enjoy games that are very social. So I like playing games with people. I have a
yeah.
big family, so I used to do that a lot with my brothers and sisters. So like I used to play games with them, and then that transfers to like playing with my friends in university. We'd have game tournaments and shit in our house. That was awesome. So I like those types of games too. So I guess MMOs fed that while I was away from people, and then I guess fighting games and stuff when I was with friends and stuff like that. That was good. Yeah, no, I think that's all I have to say on the subject. I will probably interject when my like crazy brain actually thinks of more stuff. But yeah,
Sure, after we all
uh,
go around once, it makes sense that we might think of other things to say.
Hmm.
hmm
For me, it's pretty simple: characters and action. I'm a simple man. I ask for a game that looks cool and lets me feel cool. Which I guess probably is not entirely relevant to something like 10, but I mean, overdrives are really, really cool. They are.
I
So
can
yeah,
press
it
buttons too.
yeah. Well, I'm not sure I enjoyed the QTE aspect of them, but I got good at them eventually. But yeah, no, like I characters win me over. It's how Psycho gets me to play freaking gotcha games. I like cool things. If they look cool, I'm in it. I really like DMC for no other reason than because they really sold me on DMC 1 and
Yeah.
kept that going all the way to 5. Like, "Hey, do you like literally stylish and action things?" "Yes. Yes, I do." "Well, boy, oh boy, do we have an entire genre for you." And I do. I love character action games because the whole purpose, regardless to what it says on the box and regardless to what anyone will tell you, it's to look cool and do cool things, and that's excellent. And character action games are just single player fighting games. I love fighting games because I get to look cool and do cool things against other people. And worst case scenario, I don't get to play, and someone is looking really cool and doing really cool things to my lifeless body as it flies across the screen until inevitably you hear KO.
Or
Another game would be
flawless
like
victory.
or exactly. Other games are like Metal Gear. I mean, and this is just mostly because I like action movies as much as the next guy, and Kojima makes playable action movies. They're not all winners, mind you.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're more movie than game, but like genuinely, the fact that Hideo Kojima sat down one day and decided, if I have to make one, I'm just gonna make a Bond movie. I'm not even gonna be subtle. I'm just going to make a Bond movie. And it turned out to be amazing because the character looked really cool and did really cool things. Like kind
It's a
of
rule of cool.
ridiculous over the top, but it was really cool. So, case in point, I'm simple. Make a character that looks cool, make them sound cool, make them do cool things. Yeah, I'll play a game. I really will.
Make them voiced by Bryce Papenbrook.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Just don't play into that negative bias of mine. Have the ladies be voiced by like Mary McGlynn and all the lads voiced by like I don't know,
Darren
Ian
DePaul.
Sinclair. Dude, like to be fair, even though Darren DePaul mostly is known for his big voices,
Yeah.
I mean,
Arden's so
he-
good.
Arden is possibly the best Final Fantasy villain, and oh boy, I know I'm gonna ruffle a lot of feathers saying that. He was so good. Easily has
No, I'll agree.
my favorite antagonist theme.
I'll
Like
agree with
I
you.
like Dancing Mad. I like Sephiroth. No, I don't. Um, but like Arden's theme. Ba 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 ba. Oh, it's so good. Oh, and if your game, by the way, has a musical motif, like motifs are great. Use them. Make that same song you have happy, sad, dopey. Good through lines. Good
It's
through
like
lines.
what 14 does with every expansion.
Exactly. Soken will do that for a lot of things. Another one, I mean, like they did it. The hell, Crisis Core did it with Price of Freedom.
Yeah. Final Fantasy does it a lot, actually.
Final Fantasy has a couple of games wherein they do it. Most of the time, they just have two versions of whatever the main themes are for like happy and sad. But a couple of games legitimately have a through line musically that is just superb. But I mean, they've had nothing but killers on their composing team, so it makes sense that they don't have a bad OST.
They always have a
Even
good
12s, which is still super atmospheric, it's less, like musically interesting than a lot of the other stuff. It's still really good if you sit down and you listen to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's like the most obvious stuff. I could sit here and talk about a lot of different aspects of gaming that I enjoy, but if I had to like clear my mind of all the things I like and just allow it to focus on two things, characters, and let those characters follow cool actions.
Like, I think I'm in kind of the same boat you are when it comes to that. Because, like, if somebody shows me something super cool or whatever, I'm either immediately hooked into, will 100% at least look at it. Or I'm in the okay, yeah, or I already know about it and it's already on my bought list because I'm like, this is obviously so cool. I'm the same with anime. If anime looks cool, I'm just like, okay, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. I I think I think the main important thing is your characters are they either look cool or they have good design. I think that's the 100% main important thing. At least at a first showing or whatever. After that, the next is it's either a toss up between like needs to have a good coherent story or um or the music needs to be good. All
For
right,
sure.
I'm gonna put music
Actually,
over gameplay.
I wasn't expecting music actually.
I'm gonna put music over gameplay. All right, because gameplay,
Really?
yeah, gameplay can be here or there sometimes, but because like okay, let's be real here, right? We've both played the Trails games, all right?
We
At a
have.
certain point in time, you're literally only hitting one button, and that's your S-craft button in battle. All right. At
You're
a
not
certain point
wrong.
in time, you're just hitting that. So what gameplay is there? But let me tell you what Trails has. Fucking bangers. All right. Almost every single song I've heard in Trails is a banger. Even like the super like cutesy little pop pop town music they have occasionally or whatever. Still bangers. I'm still not like next on the fucking OST list. I'm like do 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 do. Yeah, I'm like fucking doing along with it. All right. So
No,
music to
that's
me is
fair.
more important than gameplay.
Yeah, I will agree that music is it's something that certainly helps you to be immersed in a game. Like I can't imagine like a certain points in the story of like, for example, Shadowbringers, and the music didn't freaking hit the mark as well, because like especially like one of the end bosses in the point zero MSQ, if that
Yeah.
ending song did not hit right, it would ruin the moment.
Yeah, no. Immediately when when the axe comes down and
Yeah.
you hear the just Shadowbringers theme, you're like,
Yeah.
Oh,
When that
orgasmic.
started up, I was crying. It's like, God! Really emotional. Yeah, music really is important. I agree.
so cool or uniquely designed characters that make sense. I'm gonna go ahead and say that because there are uniquely designed characters that don't make sense.
Oh boy, aren't there?
Story, then music, then gameplay. All right,
I mean,
like I
that's
said,
fair.
I'm gonna try out Super Robot Wars 30 at the end of October. I'm not really into grid-based, turn-based combat. All right, but I don't care because it's cool mech. What's the question mark for League?
Nope, never mind that. Never mind
that. I don't care because there's cool mechs. And I get to play as Code Geass characters because Code Geass is my favorite mech anime.
This is true. Well,
And that's
I mean,
all I
that
care
you
about.
play as Good Geass characters. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's your favorite. Fair enough.
I mean, I said it, so it has to be true, right?
Does it though? Or have you
I
just
mean-
forgotten what is truly your favorite?
Well, it's not Gurren Lagann. I mean, Gurren Lagann's really good, but it's not Gurren Lagann. And it's not Valvrave the Liberator, even though I really like Valvrave the Liberator.
Oh man, I can just see the fighting starting now.
No, I mean, either way, good guess. Great. Yeah, no, that's my list, and that's honestly what I think is a pass or or a play for me because yeah, because I've tried grid based combat games, and while gameplay is low on my list, I at least looked at it and tried it. So like, I mean, what is it? Fire Emblem Three Houses. All right, I looked at that game and I was like, oh, this looks really cool. I know it's going to be grid-based combat, but I'm going to buy it because it looks really cool to me. Did I get through it? No. But that's just because I have problems playing video games.
That's fair. I wouldn't say it's particularly good for action, but yeah, it's characters to get me as well.
Yeah.
Though, unlike some of us, I finished it.
Yeah, but at least I have good taste.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm not exactly known for my taste, so that's just fine. I think they're all fair points. Like, I don't think obviously there were no wrong answers here. Why you like a game is your own. It's not surprising to see that like what catches your eye is obviously the most like over the top stuff, the characters and what they're doing on screen. It was nice to hear music brought up. It's something that is usually enjoyed in retrospect.
No, music has to be like Leek said. If the Shadowbringers end theme didn't play during that one scene, it would have been ruined.
I mean, to be fair, we had 3 expansions of knowing it was going to be amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying. There's things you have like even in the Arise demo. All right, that music was actually pretty fucking ballin'. All right, and that's actually the best Tales of Battle music I have ever heard.
Yeah, I like the Tales music well enough. It certainly has never, in my opinion, taken away from what was happening.
No,
And yeah, Arise was really good. Arise was really good.
So, this even applies to my anime. If an anime has a shitty soundtrack, I'm like immediately out of it. So
You're immediately out of it or just listening?
I'm immediately like out of the anime. It doesn't
Ah,
completely ruin it for me, but
yeah, okay.
I'm just like this doesn't sound good at all. This doesn't fit.
Yeah. Well, music affects your emotions, or like uh,
Oh
base
no,
visual
yes
senses,
they
right? You
do.
got
Yeah.
obviously if you're like sense of touch, hearing, sight, that kind of thing. Even like vibration as well. Like those will affect your emotions. So a game that touches on some of those, it's like very impressive if they really nail it.
Mhm. Yeah. Like you play me Secret Base from Anohana and I'm crying immediately. Immediate.
Oh no. Yeah. I mean, they don't always have to all be there because like different senses are used very well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
No.
No, I mean, that's understandable. I have climbed a ladder and felt emotional, so
mhm. Yeah.
Snake
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
Eater.
admittedly, even Kingdom Hearts has that. I remember
Yeah.
fighting Roxas, so
Yeah. I
I mean,
in
that's one of the that's the big musical piece of two that stands
Yes,
out
it
to me,
is.
which is a lot, which says a lot given how great that soundtrack is. So
Yeah. Now we just need to do an episode on video game soundtracks because yeah,
look forward to
there's too
next
much.
week, guys.
Yeah. We
I'm willing to do that.
Ah.
I'm absolutely
Yeah,
willing
we
to
could.
do
Yeah,
that.
we could
Yeah.
split this up further. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Let's see. What are games that you passed when you first looked at it and that you still pass on it?
Oh, that I passed and I still pass on? Oh, good.
Yeah.
Goodness. I'm gonna have to think about it because boy, oh boy, I passed on them. Put them out of my mind.
uh,
Yeah. Think.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. Give me a second to actually think of that. I'm
Oh,
sure I'll have one.
well,
mine's
I mean,
easy. So I
yeah.
mentioned earlier, like anything too close to real life, I sleep on. So
Yeah.
actually, all the Call of Duty stuff and that kind of thing,
Oh, yes.
it
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
doesn't. Uh,
that's a good shout.
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. I like FPS though, and not to knock the genre at all, because I'm actually really hoping this whole thing about the like third party working on TF2 and bringing that back. I'm actually really watching that closely. I hope that works out. But yeah, I like FPSs and stuff. I played also. I liked like Half Life and all that kind of thing when that came out because it had that slight twist of sci-fi and horror as well. But things like historical shooters and stuff, no thanks. Even like supposed modern or near future, I prefer near future and far future rather than anything that is akin to anything you see these days. Like, no thanks. No, I sleep.
I sleep on the majority. Like I'll say that I'll sleep on the majority of turn-based grid combat. Like so,
Ah,
when I first ever watched somebody play Super Robot Wars, I'm like, this looks okay, but like, oh, this seems very boring in retrospect. Um, though, as I get closer and closer to uh Super Robot Wars 30, and the fact
hmm.
that Sly is a very very convincing man. Um, yeah, I like I mean I like okay, so I'm obviously not Sly level. I'm not gonna collect Gunpla. I'm not gonna waste all my money doing that. Um,
hmm.
I do like mechs, and I don't like Gundam though. I do not like Gundam. I think Gundam's like too vanilla for me when it comes to mechs.
So
I like
I hate to say this because it's such a canned response. Then you
yeah.
didn't find the right Gundam for you.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Because
That's
they
what they all
because
say.
yeah, I know. Because series by series that differs. But yeah, I'm not surprised that the popular ones haven't stood out. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember watching what's the one Gundam that like when you hop into the mech and you get covered in like a black latex suit automatically?
Excuse me, you don't for you.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Because
That's a,
I'm gonna leave
no.
the show.
Hold on a second. You didn't let me finish my damn sentence, all right? I said I remembered watching that one a little bit as I was growing up because it was on what is it, Toonami or something like that. It was on
I
one of
keep
those.
forgetting how much younger than me you are.
Um,
I'm
but I never
surprised that you missed Wing.
got into it. I never got into it. Um, I do remember the, and I don't know if it's the same one, but I do remember the like my hand is burning or whatever, flaming, whatever
This
the
hand of
fucking
mine
mine
is
yeah,
burning red.
yeah, I remember that. Um, but that's all I ever got out of mech. I mean, like I said, I didn't start like actually watching a mech anime or whatever until I want to say I watched Code Geass before I watched Gurren Lagann. But like literally right after Code Geass, I watched Gurren Lagann, and those are two really good mech anime that I like. But we're talking about mech anime. I need to talk about video games. I sleep normally if I see grid-based combat. I sleep. There's only been a few that have caught my attention, but as I have said, my favorite Final Fantasy is War of the Lions, which is grid-based combat. But I overlooked
Oh,
that.
it's got so much. It's got so much going on to overcome that. So I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
yeah. Um, Three Houses didn't have enough to keep me like involved. Really, it had top tier waifus in it. Don't get me wrong, but I also have like 12 other avenues where I could play games with top tier waifus. Um, so normally that's what I pass on. So stuff like Record of Lodoss War, Records of Agarest War. Those games like that. I normally just I've watched my friend play it a little bit, but I or Disgaea. I've tried Disgaea, and while I think Disgaea is very funny, it's not a game I'm like, man, I really need to play. Um, I usually sleep on FPSs most of the time. I'm gonna play Halo because it's what I grew up playing. I try out COD every now and then. I'm actually gonna try out the alpha for Vanguard this week.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we've tried out a couple of cards during the
Yeah,
beta phase. I
yeah.
think my Call of Duty days came and went with
No.
Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1.
Black Ops 1 was the best. It's the best.
I definitely liked it. I definitely it's probably my second favorite. It is probably actually behind Modern Warfare, but like it's a toss up to which one I would rather play on the day. They were so
Yeah.
good.
You give me a good character action game though. Oh my god. Like
Mhm.
it well, they just hit. They just hit. That's
They
that's
always have
that's
good music. The characters look sick as hell, and they're doing the most ridiculous nonsense.
yeah,
It's the
they
best.
just hit. That's half the reason I like playing Genshin. All right? I just like
It's a very
swapping
similar
characters.
concept, yeah.
I just like swapping characters and like playing different characters and they're like they all do like really cool stuff.
This is why I actually enjoy watching anyone playing Yakuza, because
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Yakuza.
Yakuza isn't quite like Devil May Cry levels of ridiculous. It's such an everyday level of nonsense that's ramped up to
yeah.
11.
I am a bit of an MMO person as well. I like to
hmm
try out
Yeah.
MMOs.
Whatever
Yeah.
Um,
happened to Blue Protocol?
what?
Yeah, whatever happened to Blue Protocol? Is that a thing? Is that happening? Or
What's Blue Protocol?
yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, until Namco, until Bamco says something more than just, oh, here's a small update. That game's vaporware. Um,
Ooh,
I
I know what my answer is. Took me a
okay.
second. Simulation games. I've
Oh yeah,
tried.
fuck simulation games. Yeah,
I've tried because I do like playing games I can like power down to. I'm kind of like I enjoy playing Tetris and I enjoy playing like I do doing brain teasers like Sudoku. So I figured like a sim game would probably be up my alley for when I just need things to do with my hands as my brain slowly shuts. No, 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 no. No, no, I want nothing to do with them. Keep those boring things away from me. I actively get irritated by them.
Oh, you know
And
what else?
I typically
Because you
stay away
said
from them,
sim
but I did
games.
try a couple.
Because you
Hmm?
said sim games. I literally The Sims. If I see anything that is remotely near The Sims,
I've never played a Sims
it's
game.
deleted out of my brain. I like. Do you like The Sims?
I play it like once in a blue moon, only because I just it's like when I want to eat McDonald's. I only like go, why haven't I eaten McDonald's in a long time? And then
And
I
then
Oh,
you
eat
eat it, and you're
McDonald's.
like,
yeah.
oh yeah,
That's
right.
why.
Yeah,
It's
then
that
like
kind of
5 hours
mood.
later, it's like, oh, right, right.
Yeah.
I will like
Sims.
binge it every few years or something.
Leek's gonna hate me on this one, but like
Mm.
outside of um outside of Animal Crossing New Horizons or
Mhm.
whatever, anything like that game or anywhere near tangent to something like Stardew Valley or
Did you play the
Minecraft,
Atelier games? And aren't they very similar?
they are completely different because there's turn-based combat.
Okay, I was immediately wrong.
Yeah,
Um,
there's combat in Stardew Valley.
Yeah,
There's a
take
whole
that,
like
Aqua.
multi. There's like a 100 level dungeon you can go through.
Yeah, everyone knows
that's
this,
the same with
obviously.
what's that game
There's really
that
100 levels of combat
yeah.
in
And that's not the
Stardew
only
Valley?
one either. Yeah, there's like a
Goodness,
random
I
dungeon
had
one
no
too.
idea.
Story of
Yeah.
Seasons has something like that but it's not, you don't do combat in that game. You go through like 200 floors of a mine. Um, but even if
To
that
be
like
fair, we all play 14, and we all know 14's just a mining simulator with some combat. How fucking was it? Heaven on High, 100 levels of content, sure. But I'm just here to get my ore. I'm
no
not. I'm.
any
I'm not ragging on any people who just in that game to
yeah
do
yeah no
mining stuff.
I any game like Animal Crossing New Horizons was the only one that I picked it up and I was like, okay,
Should've
and
gone with fishing.
I played it
It
for like
is
3
very
months.
chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what everyone
Um
does. Don't worry.
yeah. But
They play it for 3 months and then stop playing it for a time and then get too scared to go back because of the guilt. That's the cycle of playing Animal Crossing.
like load up. Oh, I can't anymore because I don't have my Switch. So
Uh,
This is true. Yeah.
Sybil have to take care of my my island for me now.
Whatever's
Um.
left of it, all the cobwebs.
Oh yeah. I would be like, yeah, just load up the game. Oh, you haven't been here in 1,250.
yeah,
Oh. Everybody's
yeah.
left your island. Oh.
Man, think about all the debt you're in. Poor Isabel. What's she gonna
Oh.
do?
Well, I
She
mean,
still like this
Oh,
game, right?
yeah.
the debt doesn't go higher the longer you wait. So it's like
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. The group,
I'm
the guilt trip
actually at
goes
the
though.
I'm
It's
actually
like
at the
it's like
last tier.
Duolingo levels of guilt.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Duolingo guilted you. I just thought it threatened your life.
It
Uh
sends you texts now and again.
Oh,
yeah,
does it really?
occasionally I'll get a push notification
Yeah.
of the goth chick. She's like, "You haven't been
The
doing your
goth chick.
Duolingo." Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like a
there's
goth
characters.
like avatar. Yeah.
Oh, I only
She's
knew
like,
the owl.
Yeah,
yeah, she's like,
there's an array of characters.
you haven't been to Duolingo in a while, and I'm like, I know. I'm sorry, Abby. No. Those types of
Oh,
games
they
are
should
so fun.
super spite you. They should have them chide you in the language of your choosing.
I know. Like, what are they saying?
No, there was a tweet. There was because the account as well. There's a few like fake accounts and stuff. There was one that was going around. Maybe it's actually an official one, and they just got clever person running it. But it was in Russian, and then there's like an auto translate, obviously, and then it was like go, it's just like it's like stop slacking off or something like that. I was like shit. It was run away. Self-aware.
fucking Duolingo.
Horrifying.
Does anybody have
Anyway,
any like
games.
any other things you would like to mention?
Hmm. I think nostalgia plays a big part of me liking old series,
Yeah.
and I
Mhm.
acknowledge this. I may go back to games and think, oh, why did I like this? I'm not sure
Guitar
why.
Man.
No, that is always perfect and amazing, and I'll love it forever.
She's like, let me get those rose-tinted glasses back on. When it comes to nostalgia for me, I've never sat here and defended a game most of the time, because a lot of my nostalgia, I'm like, okay, I know this game's bad, but I still enjoy it. This is like, I'm gonna compare it to anime again. I have some trash taste in anime. All right,
Yeah,
there
you
are
do.
some bad anime that I watch. I enjoy it, but I know it's bad. So that's the same with like, I mean, I enjoy the older Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts is a bad series. But like, I don't think I've ever like sat here and thought like, man, this game is so good, but it'd be actually be completely trash. No, because I usually when I jump into a game and I'll immediately know it's trash. Like pretty much 95% of all the Musou games on the market. So
That's rude. It's true, but it's rude.
I mean, Musou games are literally just spamming the square button, man. It's like, how many times can I
Someone is
break?
going to disagree with you. I'm not that someone, but someone is going to disagree with you.
Well, no, we have like 2 viewers, so most of them aren't going to disagree with me. They're just not going to spam it. In before, biggest episode of
And it's
Perpetual Backlog,
just an absolute payload of hate going, I
we're
can't
we're
believe
we're
you're talking
ratioed.
about Musous like that.
We're ratioed because Aqua hates Musou games. Now, there are some Musou games that I like. Musou games are also games that I think it's like, it's a Musou game. I'm not gonna pretty much play it. That being said, I did enjoy the Legend of Zelda one.
Yeah, Hyrule
Um,
Warriors is really good.
and I still haven't beaten. I put down playing Persona 5 Strikers, but what I played of it was really good. So that's also a game that, even if it was a Musou, it's being carried by its soundtrack.
Yeah, the Persona music is really good.
I don't care if I hate Musou games. I will go through that game just because of its soundtrack. So, also that game's hard as fuck. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
I love what
Yeah,
I love.
I can't really
Yeah,
add
well,
anything else either.
yeah, big subjective.
I'm still a Sonic fan. There, I said it.
Oh no, no! Don't bring the Sonic fans here.
Original character. Do not steal.
Don't bring the Sonic fans here. I need to get away from that.
Running
Anyway.
around at the speed of
No.
sound.
All right, what are you guys doing this week?
I
I'm back to
guess.
class, so that's a thing. And in between, I might do some Final Fantasy VII now that I've finished with the demo and Monstrum Nox.
You got to farm the mantis so
Yeah.
you can get that boss. You can fight that boss.
Oh, I guess I'm not done with the demo. I'm gonna do that because I want to see this new boss that I didn't know existed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
would
speaking of
spam it on easy. I would spam it on easy just to get faster.
Spell
It's
on
not
easy.
gonna happen.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, speaking of games that I know are not very good, I've been watching people play Elder Scrolls. I'm like, don't play Skyrim. Don't do it. Todd Howard is watching.
Todd Howard literally said.
It's Elder
he
Scroll
literally
itch. I was talking with Matt about that. Oh God, no! I
He
don't want to prove him right.
Todd Howard literally said people are still playing Skyrim till this day. So yes, we are going to keep releasing it.
It's the thing though, isn't it? It's like the mods is what make it really fun.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, like, I know this game is shoddily put together, but it's also really fucking funny when something goes wrong.
Yeah. Fans, look forward to a November podcast of us just talking about us playing the new release of Skyrim.
Oh no! Well, you see, Elder Scrolls Online till the end of the month is free on Steam.
Yeah.
And that's what initially I
already own
was
it.
watching Matt today play. Yeah. I mean, it's free to play now. And apparently it's changed a lot, so I was like, I can't even play it really because my computer's shit anyway, so I'm kind of safe from that.
Well, you can always play on your console.
Yeah, but it's not free on console.
Oh yeah, true.
It's only
She's
the
got
version
you there.
this month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. I bought it a while ago when I was playing with Ethos for a while.
That said, I am stunned at no point that I'm aware that I've had it anyway, that Skyrim has been a PlayStation Plus title.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's
No.
not on. It's not like a.
It's still
Yeah,
like
it's
60
never been.
dollars over here.
Goodness, really?
Yeah,
to be
well,
fair, I
they
think
on the
it's 60
PlayStation
bucks
Store
on
in
Steam.
Japan because it's different. Yeah, the store front's different, stuff like that. They have the special editions and stuff like that only. They don't have the base.
Okay.
Even of
guess.
like, was it 100,000 in versions? Like, what?
Actually,
Like,
Skyrim
no.
Special Edition is $15.99 on Steam right now. So, guys, if you want to play Skyrim,
Yeah, Steam. The console version is
Yeah.
expensive.
What am I doing this week? Oh, yeah, Zestiria.
Oh, don't sound so defeated.
I'm actually probably gonna go back to fucking streaming because I streamed for about 5 hours today playing Ultimate Zestiria. Probably after we finish here, probably start up streaming, continue more because I at least want to get to chapter 4, which is the longest chapter of Zestiria. But after that, at that point, I'm like pretty much in the end game. It's just a bunch of running around everywhere, is what it is. I actually kind of like the dungeons in Zestiria because they have you have to sometimes you have to collect
He's
tablets.
backpedaling. He's backpedaling.
No, I'm not backpedaling. This game is still a D. All right. Sometimes you have to collect element tablets to open up doors, or you have to use your Seraph's abilities to open up doors. Who plays Zavid? Is he who plays Zavid? It's Ian Sinclair, right?
Zavid is Ian Sinclair.
Okay, yeah.
He's possibly the best male voice actor working in the industry right now. He's so natural in every role he plays. It's crazy.
He's probably the best voice actor in the game.
Wouldn't be surprised. He's genuinely unbiased. He's actually terrifyingly good at what he does. He takes some jank lines and makes them sound like they're just natural.
Yeah.
It's just something cool he would say.
Saray is played by Robbie Damon, which is pretty good. He's pretty good. I actually like Robbie Damon. But he's really good at playing the laid back character.
Yeah, he's really cool.
But yeah, the dungeon system in Zestiria is all right. And then they're not too hard. They're not like some games that have 12 billion branching routes that you can go through. And you do not know. In the typical JRPG fashion, you almost never want to go the correct way. And then sometimes you end up going the correct way.
Gamer rules. Always go the wrong way first to get the hidden loot.
Yeah. So, I'll play that. I almost had my samurai to 80. It's 78 now. So, I'm close to that. I don't know why I'm leveling up samurai. I really need to level up a caster so I can do those damn role quests.
Oh, you've still not done it, have you?
I hate playing casters.
Have you not leveled up your red mage or anything? Red mage is the easiest one.
My red mage, all of my casters are 70, except for, no, even my scholar's 70, I think. So I to be fair, I could just roll up and play scholar all the way to fucking 80 and not have to worry about anything really. But that's also boring because I really hate playing Scholar. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing this week. More of that demo. Maybe I might dedicate a stream again to just doing that demo to hopefully maybe fight that fucking boss. But who knows?
You're only allowed to end your stream when you finally fight it.
No.
Now
No,
this could mean
he's only
you end
allowed-
it straight away, or
He's
at
only
some
allowed to.
point.
He's only allowed to end the stream when he beats it.
No, 'cause that
yeah,
boss.
yeah, okay.
I'm gonna be playing on hard. I'm gonna be playing
Yeah,
on hard.
I
And
know.
That boss is terrifying. I've seen
fully
that
aware.
boss. It is terrifying. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do this week. So that's it for this week. So we agreed we're gonna talk about OSTs next week.
Oh, we're gonna
They're
have
gonna-
plenty to talk about
Fuck
because we're gonna spend so much of it just on 14 and how good Soken is.
yeah, because he's a god, a literal
Absolutely.
god. Sweet. That's good because the week after that is our special episode where we get to talk more about a certain video game with a guest.
I cannot wait.
with the guest. We have a guest. So yeah,
Yes.
you guys be good this week. And by you guys, I don't mean you two. I mean anybody watching. You two, you guys can do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm always good.
Rob a
I
store
drink lots
if
of
you want.
coffee. No,
Um,
I don't want to.
Seriously though, you guys be good making decisions.
and that decision.
I just saw. Oh my god.
That
Sorry.
decision better include
Twitter's
downloading the Tales of
betraying
Arise
me.
demo. Oh, betraying you. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Later. Bye.
Bye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely true.